guys, it's Wednesday the 10th of April and we've come into Chester to do some shopping and to get our watch straps changed. So we're just having a wander around now. It's a beautiful day and we're going to go for something to eat. So hopefully I'll film what we're having to eat when we get there. See you soon! Hi guys, so we're in the Donkey Goat out in Chester, which is a vegan and vegetarian restaurant, and I've ordered the leek and potato soup, and I've also got a piece of sourdough toast which I've asked for no butter on. We'll just try this soup. Oh, that's lovely. It's really thick and tasty. Can you show what you're having, Pete? On your plate?
Yeah, there it is, my butty there.
Yeah, and it's got a veggie, chicken and bacon and cheese toasty, which we had last time, and it was lovely.
With tea.
And so I shall see you later on. Bye. Hello, my name's Shell. Welcome to my channel if you're new here, or if you've seen my channel before, welcome back. As you can see, this week we went out for the day. We went to Chester. We had a lovely day out. It was so warm, not like it is now. It's gone back to winter again. But it was a lovely day, and this is the first meal out I've had since being back on Slimming World. In fact, it's the first meal out we've had this year. We don't eat out an awful lot, and I love eating out, and I was so excited to go. Andy says, I don't know why you get so excited. He said, I prefer to eat your food. But I get so excited about going out. And I think it's because you get to try something new. And I always love trying new things. And I was thinking there are lots of different reasons to eat out and different types of eating out that I think you have to approach differently. For me, I'm still sure that if I was going out to a big celebration, for example, I think my niece is going to get married soon, and we just had my dad's 90th birthday. These are big celebrations, and I don't think at an occasion like that come up very rarely, they only come up every now and again, I think I would probably indulge in some cake and some champagne. But when it's just an ordinary day out, for example, the meal we had out, we'd just gone shopping. It wasn't a special occasion, we were just out. And we went for a meal, we went for something to eat because it's just nice to do on a day out. And for me, I think if I'm going to do that, there's no reason when you're in a city that you can't still do Slimming World if you want to, and I wanted to. Normally, we would go to Chester Fish and Chips, and we'd go in and we'd have a big portion of chips and mushy peas, and it's quite cheap to go to there as well, I must admit. The place we went to today, last Wednesday, as I've just showed you, it's more expensive, so it's more of a treat. Now, last time we went, I had the same sandwich that Andy had, it's got all sorts of mayonnaise and cheese and all vegan things, bacon and I don't know what else on it, and it was lovely, really filling. And they sell the most amazing cakes there. And we always have a piece of cake when we go there. I always have chocolate cake, and it's just really nice, lovely cakes. But I thought this time, no, it's not a special occasion, I'm just going out. So I decided to have what was the most Slimming World friendly thing I wanted on the menu. Because I think there's a world of difference between going all out and having the burger and chips and all the trimmings and having a plain salad. I wouldn't think of a plain salad whilst I was out as a treat, because it's exactly the same thing you can have at home. And I think one of the things that excites me about eating out is trying something new and seeing how somebody else cooks something. So I opted to have plain toast and the leek and potato soup. And you can't tell, there's no way of telling when you're out how many sins are in something. You can guess and you can make an educated guess, but you can't ever know. So I wanted to continue my Slimming World streak, which is now up to day 23. And I decided to have the plain toast, it was a plain wholemeal sourdough toast, and count that as the healthy extra because actually the toast was burnt. I don't know if you could see that in the video that we took. But neither Andy nor I could eat our crusts at all because they were that rock hard. And Andy actually complained he complained about it. He wanted to say, if your chef can't cook toast, then there's not a lot of chance for him, but anyway, he didn't. But we had to leave the crust, so by the time I'd just eaten the middle of the toast, I don't know, it probably weighed about 40 grams, there wasn't much there, and there was no butter on it. And I did have the leek and potato soup. Now, I don't know whether they put oil in it or not. It didn't taste like it had oil in it, but there's no way of knowing. So I decided to count that as 5 sins, and I think that is probably a very good estimate. It wasn't a huge bowl, it didn't taste oily, and I think 5 sins would probably cover it, and I think would probably overdo it. So I thought I would be cautious. I'd rather eat under the sins than over. So I decided to be very cautious, and for the rest of the day I just had 10 sins. And I felt so good. Normally when I come out of there I feel absolutely stuffed because the sandwiches are so big and the cake portions are so big. You'd never be able to fit one of those portions of cake into a Slimming World day. I dread to think how many sins. There must be 20, 30 sins in a piece. They're lovely, but you couldn't do it in a day. And I'm not any more going to hold sins over for another day. I'm fitting them into the one day and that's it. So it was a lovely meal out. Normally a meal out to me, and I was wondering why I like eating out so much. And generally when I'm not doing Slimming World, the reason I like to eat out, I think, is because it's an excuse to eat whatever I want and not feel guilty about it, because you're out, it's a treat. And I will always pick, and I don't do it deliberately, but if you always look at my choices, it'll always be the most calorie laden thing on the menu. And that can't be a coincidence. And I think it's just that it's a chance for me to eat out and not have to think about points, sins, calories or anything. It's a day out, I'm eating whatever I want without feeling any kind of guilt. But then I did that the other day. I ate out without feeling any kind of guilt, and it was the complete opposite, because I felt so good when we left there. I felt like I'd really done what I wanted to do, and I felt proud of myself for having stuck to it. So then we went and did some shopping, and then we were early for the train, so we went to the pub and I had a Diet Coke, which is what I probably would have had on or off a diet, because I love Diet Coke, and it's something that I do keep for a treat when we go out. And it was a very hot day, and that's what we had. So considering that, and I'm so pleased to now say that I'm on day 23 of my Slimming World streak. I went to group on Tuesday and it was lovely. We had a lovely time, talked all about Easter, and most people had a good loss again. It's a lovely group, I really like going. New things I've had this week. Well, actually, I don't know whether I told you about these last week. These are the cheese triangles, the plant-based cheese triangles. I think I said that I tried them and didn't like them very much, and that I thought there was 3 for a healthy extra A on Slimming World, but I couldn't find them on the app. Well, it turns out that they've just been taken off the healthy B choice, healthy A choice. So they are no longer a healthy A choice. Not that I like them anyway, but I thought I'd just clear that up, seeing as I didn't know last time I showed them what they were. But they're not an A choice anymore. The other thing we tried were these. I'm not sure which way I've got these up, so I'll spin them around. These this isn't chicken pieces. I think I tried these many years ago, but I've just tried them again now, and they were quite nice. I normally have the Quorn pieces. I absolutely love Quorn pieces, and I use them in a lot of meals. I often have them at dinner time with cauliflower rice and a tin of beans, or with salad, or with all sorts of things. They just seem to go with everything. And these were nice, but I had to go and check that they were free, because when you touch them, they've got an oily feel to them, which doesn't feel very dietary, but they are free, so fair enough, and they are very nice. They've got a bit of a funny smell to them somehow. I can't explain it really. Anyway, if you can put that aside, they were really nice, and it's just something for a change to have at dinner time. So that's another thing I tried. And the last thing, which I put down here because it has already been opened, this is Kikkoman's, is that how you say it? Kikkoman's citrus soy sauce. I believe they do a lemon one as well. I haven't seen that one, but this is Kikkoman's citrus soy sauce, which is free, and it's lovely. It's really nice. It's almost heading towards the flavour of balsamic vinegar, sort of, because it's got that kind of slightly sweet but salty soy sauce taste, and I'm just, oh, I've been putting this on everything this week. It's so lovely. I got this from Ocado online. I don't know what other shops sell it, but that's what I got this week, and that was really nice. So they're the only new things I've had. I don't think there was anything else really. We've had lovely meals all week. Out of the 21 meals that I've had this week, 19 of them were food optimised, 2 weren't. The one we had out that I showed you at the cafe, that wasn't really food optimised because there was no protein there. It was just the toast and the vegetable soup with the potatoes in, obviously. But there was no protein there, so that wasn't really a food optimised meal. And the only other one I had was one morning when I got up and I felt a little bit hungover because I'd had Jack Daniels the night before, all sinned, but I felt just a little bit delicate when I got up in the morning, so I had a pita bread with cheese on, using a healthy extra B and a healthy extra A. Normally I have porridge, nuts and fruit, but so that wasn't particularly food optimised. But I think really the plan says as most of your foods, where you can, where possible, should be food optimised. And I think if you've got 1 or 2 maybe in a week, I usually have 1 that's not, because normally once a week I'll have beans, sausage and baked potato, which hasn't got any speed on it at all. So I think you can get away with doing that, and that's why they say you must food optimise where you can. So the cheese on toast obviously had no speed in it at all, so it's not food optimised. And the soup and toast didn't have any protein. But apart from that, I've stuck rigidly to the plan. I've stuck to my sins. All the sins I've had, pretty much up to the 15 sins every day. I have 3 really filling meals a day. Treats. Usually save treats for night. I always have a hot chocolate. I eat chocolate every day. I love chocolate. And it's been going great. So I went to group on Tuesday and I'd lost 1.5 pounds this week. So in 3 weeks I've lost 12 pounds and I'm over the moon with that. I started off at 11 stone 9.5. And now I am 10 stone 11.5, so I've crossed a stone barrier. She did ask me if I wanted to go for the £2 this week to get my stone award, but I thought that was a bit over ambitious, so I said I'd go for £1. But I am hoping to get my stone award, well, at least by the beginning of May, which would be fantastic. We've got Easter coming up. I don't know if we did talk in group about people's plans for Easter. We don't do much about Easter in our family. Neither of our families have ever done much for Easter. But I have got, which I'll show you next week, I have got a chocolate bunny to eat. I've also got hot cross buns. So I am looking to enjoy myself this weekend and stick to plan. So I'll show you how that goes next week. Now, the only other thing is clothes sizing. I feel I've gone down a clothes size as well, just in the last few weeks. I think when I started my journey I was 13 stone 8 and I was heading up into a size 20 then, and now I'm moving down into a size 12, and I can prove that because my friend Jane, my lovely friend Jane, sent me 2 pairs of pants this week. You might recognise them because I think she wore them on her video. So if you look at Jane Day, she's got her pair on as well, and she sent me a pair because she liked them so much, and they are very, very comfortable. But they're in a size 12 and they fit me really well. I said to Jane I would model them for her, so I just pull them down a bit. I'm not used to wearing pants that only come halfway down your calves. It's something new for me. So they've got pockets in as well here, nice deep pockets. All girls' clothes should have deep pockets in. The only thing to put them in men's clothes, but anyway. So these are a size 12 and they fit me really comfortably around the waist. So I've gone very apple shaped these days. Since I've gone through the menopause, I seem to have piled weight on my tummy rather than on my legs and my bum whereas I used to have them. So I'll give you a twirl And so there are my lovely pants, thank you Jane. It is my birthday coming up in 2 weeks, so these will be lovely to wear. Andy said he thought I should have worn a lighter coloured t-shirt with them. I don't know what you think. Do you think it would have been better with a lighter coloured t-shirt? I don't know, but anyway, he's got a better idea of clothing than I have. So they're the lovely pants that Jane sent to me, and I'm looking forward to wearing them in the summer when it warms up a bit, because it's gone really cold. And that's all the news I have for this week. Thank you everyone who wrote on my video last week. I love to know how everyone's getting on. If you go down in the comments and you look at Annie has lost almost 6 stones. Or have you gone over the 6 stones now, Annie? She's an unbelievable weight journey that she has had. She used to do videos, and I'm trying to persuade her to come and do another one, but I think she said, but she does do things on Instagram. I don't use Instagram, but she's had such an amazing weight loss, and it's been so consistent in such a short amount of time as well. She's done really, really well. So well done, Annie. Keep up the good work, and do us a video. I used to love watching your videos. I wish you'd do just do one. Anyway, I'm trying to persuade her. So guys, answer a comment down and try and persuade her to do us a video and show us a fantastic weight loss. So that's it for me for this week. I shall see you next week, and hope that you see less of me next week. And oh yes, the other thing I was going to say is, when we were in Chester, we saw a busker, and we are really blessed with fantastic buskers in Chester. And we saw this guy, and I think he was selling CDs there as well, and I can't remember the band that he used to belong to now. There's something Army, the New Modern Army or something. I forget, I'm awful. Anyway, he was playing the drums and playing the violin, and what he was doing, I think Joe would be interested in it, Jane. What he was doing was playing the drums and then putting it on a loop. So then when the drums actually, you could hear the drums, he'd pick up his violin and play the violin. And then, so you couldn't hear it when it was playing the violin, then he'd put that down, you could hear the violin then, and he would start playing the drums, so he was doing it on like a loop system. It was really clever. So I thought I'd just put a little clip of that at the end of this video so you can see how good he was. He was brilliant. We stood watching for ages. But that's it from me. Have a lovely week, guys, and I hope the sun comes back for us. Take care, and I'll see you next week. Bye! Happy Easter! Bye!